So, hello everybody. I was doing a video about the past energies. So, it then kind of got me geeking a little bit. And I haven't done a twin flame reading in a long time too. So, what I was thinking about doing, I done done mirror readings, I just haven't done a twin flame reading. So since I'm up in this past life energy, I would love to get an example of, I'd love to get an example of, y'all gonna hear the kids playing. They just playing their little heart out. They don't know how loud, they know they loud, but they don't know. They ain't thinking about everything, so y'all probably hear them up in the background. Okay, so they're in the house playing and stuff. So yeah, what you're seeing me right now, I'm separating all the court cards for this reading here. I want all the court cards, and I'm hoping that I have, 4 times 4, 16 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. So I wanted to separate all the court cards before beginning this reading and set this up. Okay. I do want to get some court cards first to begin. Do I want to get the court cards first? Do I want to begin the court cards first when I'm doing this prayer? No, I'm not going to do the court cards first. What I'm going to do first is the oracle cards. So, but at least I got it separated and got it set up. So how everybody doing? I hope everybody doing pretty good. So it's going to be a past life reading, right? So in this, the way that, I don't know how the message is going to come out, but what I'm going to do is tell you a little bit about my archive self. A little bit about me as a tarot reader. Because the energy will be able to, is going to manipulate my body, right? So on some conscious perspective of it, my point of view of twin flames is not that it's not real. It just comes with a multi-facet story. The person that love you, who you are, going to be in your family. It could be romantic. It could be anything. It could go along with your soul purpose. Okay. I don't believe when I started my channel on YouTube 2 years ago, I said it then, and I still affirm with it. I don't believe everybody comes with a romanticism twin flame. But I do believe they come with that twin flame. It's just a complicated story. But it's the most unconditional love that they will ever have. They just might not like the fact of who they loving until they get to that point to understand that wisdom and why they might be single majority of their life. Because I'm not the type of person that's aggressive and going to tell the universe the way it architects anything, as much as I prefer for it to tell me how it does it so I can help other people. So that's me, okay? So my stories might be out there, but I only have a limited amount of books I read and TV series, especially lately in my life, in my whole life. So I just want to keep that out there for somebody to think about. Alright. So, now let's begin. Alright, now I gave out my speech. So, for this reading right here, can we have a card that identifies a twin flame situation? Can you give us maybe, I don't know if it's the precise origin, but can you give us an origin story with an origin location of where this story might be surrounded at or could be archived at for this twin flame journey? One oracle card, please. One oracle card. For the ones who just seen the collective one, pay attention to the cards. Just one, please. Just one. So, we have vows. So right here, while we have vows, within the now and the evolution of this twin flame journey, what is a significant purpose in this energy? In the now, what is a significant purpose for their evolution in this journey through vows? Can we have one card to identify this energy, please? One card to identify this energy. Children. Alright. So the Nostradamus has been a significant energy that played a role in twin flames' origin. Within my belief system, within my subconscious, as I incorporate the twin flames in the now. But I do believe twin flames is something that has been historical, that stands from the day of the beginning. It deals with the creation being in its truest form. So through this evolutionary process and this rebirth and resurrection of this twin flame journey, what has been one of the main obstacles, illusions, story point of rhythm or frequency within vows of children as it reflects this twin flame? I gotta check on the kids. So can we resume this connection process? So Nostradamus has been part of the rebirth of this twin flame journey, an origin story, in a collective subconscious way. Nevertheless, the divine itself in its own original state has also gifted us this opportunity of evolution. What has been an obstacle that has been placed in this twin flame journey here? We have number 21. I believe this is fruit. Let me make sure before continuing on, I have the proper name. Was it fruit or was it the bowl? 21. The cherries. Okay, so I got the proper name. The cherries. Alright. So, one more card to go before we get into the pulling of the court cards. One more card. So, with you, Oracle, right here, we have vows, we have children, and we have the cherry. Okay, so now he went outside, so you probably still hear him because I can hear him outside. They just need to come in the house and take a break real quick, cool off, and then go back out. So, yeah. So, let me go ahead and reconvene. Alright. So, for this twin flame reading right here, what is the current now challenge? What is the current now challenge? One card, please. The current now challenge. We got 2. We got reflection. We have black cat. Alright. So before I go into translating the messages, right? What I'm going to do is sit here and shuffle out these cards. I'm going to get party A and I'm going to get party B. Alright? And then we will be going in on the messages here. Alright? Party A. If you meant to come back out, I mean, you made me nervous. I'm sorry, I'm just taking it. Party A and Party B. Man, I have 2 cards to identify the current alignment of Party A when it comes to vows, children's, the cherry, reflection, and black cat in this twin flame journey. 2 cards to identify them. Gonna do it like this. We're gonna get 2 cards. 2 cards for Party A. Two cards for Party B. So we do have our 2 cards. Give me a second, everybody. Want to take a deep breath? I'm going to be doing so spontaneously at the same time. Alright. To let you know that I'm going to be doing multiple things at the same time. Hello everybody, this is Miss Peaches. I'm in the process of recording a video to publish on my Instagram, maybe YouTube, and maybe Facebook. This is a past life reading here. I already pulled the cards. If you go look at the full video, you will see me pulling out, see the whole card pull process. So this is a twin flame reading. I haven't done one in a long time, almost 2 years since I've done one. I just haven't. But this is going to be a twin flame type of mirror reading. This is about, now you have to go look at the other video and go into it right now. It's on a short amount of time. I can record a video up here. I'm just trying to make sure I had a time. So we have vows. We have children. We have cherries, we have reflection, and we have black cat. So what I feel like, and we have for party A, we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Queen of Swords for party A. For party B, we have the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Alright. Now, vows is the historical thing. So, what vow is it? First of all, back then in these days, vows was really meant to focus on loyalty. Okay? Vows was really meant to focus on loyalty. Now, the thing is, children is coming up. So, what I feel in this right here, this situation, it's a child. But it's a child that's either identified as maybe, I don't know if it's exactly a direct link because we have cherries. Now, what I mean by that is the thing of cherries, that means that something came in between you and this connection with this child. Either it's because somebody else is raising this child other than you, okay? Or this child is in a different type of location of the family as far as a niece, nephew, so forth and so on. Now we have reflection and we have black cat. So if y'all would like to see the whole full video, when I post this video, I would definitely put it up in the little note on where you can find the video at. Alright, good luck to y'all. So yes, trying to multitask at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back into it. This cherries, I feel, is very significant when it comes to it, and the reason why is because it's either the cherries is the picking, and it can be something on a collective level. Meaning this design was very perfect. Okay, let me put it this way. Think about being in a scientific lab. So, and let's think about the Bible in the sense of we was created in their likeness. Alright. So first of all, one of the things of our likings in humankind, if they won't do nothing to us that we don't do to ourselves, they won't, we reciprocate. They give us this ability for what they doing to us that we can do down here. So imagine you being in a trial situation. This is the type of collective that I'm talking to. You about to take the actual drug and you about to take the placebo drug, right? So y'all group of people, and I feel like that's why this cherry is very significant in this, okay? And I think reflection, let's read it. It says, by weary of things you believe to see with eyes wide shut, for they are mirrors of the man and truth only spoken with a bleeding tongue. That's very strong on what I'm trying to say. Second, black cat is also here. Okay, so then we have the resume. Thank you, everybody. Black cat. There is a curious journey in the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return with light in their eyes and shadow leading home. So, busy. Things are so busy. Alright. So, the two cards, the court cards that came out right now at this present time, like I said before, for party A is the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. I feel like these energies, by the way of after I just get into all these cards, and as the vibration is unlocking itself as I translate the message, I feel like the Queen of Cups is representing party A, refusal and rejection. Either one part of it is, or one group in this party, there is a kid that's around you, and for some reason, either the parents or one of the parents or the kid their self have a unique attitude about you that makes you come into a love and hate relationship. This is probably one of the signs and clues of this twin flame journey for you. Now, it also could be representing when it comes to party A is that maybe one of these people in this party actually brought the kid into your relationship. And you grew fond of this kid. And you have a bond with this kid. Now, there's also could be the point that party A can be actually the parent of this kid that's part of this twin flame journey. Now let me get a little bit into party B, so this message could begin to fully unfold into whatever the options that I feel that's coming up. So we have the King of Swords and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So first of all, when I see this Queen of Swords and this King of Swords with this and over here is giving me the vibration that one thing in these two parties, y'all both have an attitude. Y'all have an attitude that shit need to be real for you. You need to feel shit. You believe, especially party A. You have a belief. You have a spirituality. You have it more than the other party right now at this point in time. Okay? Now this party B with this Knight of Pentacles that's being here could mean that this is a child. Maybe you could take it as the reference of a boy, since we got a knight and a king. Or with this King of Swords and this Knight of Pentacles, you and this person has crossed paths. It's either in the treatment of decision making when it comes to either to have a kid, not to have a kid. If it's the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords is representing the parent that I spoke about as far as party A. And the thing of it is, in the Knight of the Pentacles, it seemed like you have a problem on most likely their way that they spend money. Either you feel like they spoiling the child too much, or you feel like they're not giving the child a whole lot. One of the two. Y'all butt heads in this category. Okay? Now, hypothetically, if this possibly is a intimate relationship, I feel intimacy, but I don't feel intimate with the energy. If that could make sense for you. But I'm going to bring it out because intimacy is intimacy. So I'm going to bring out this scenario. If you and this person is here and this is it, what y'all either reenactment is in this relationship has something to do with the way that y'all both came together for y'all kids, or how y'all don't come together for y'all kids. This is the primary connection. When the cherries come on top, cherries is more or less like the infidelity. It's been infidelity, or it's been a dragging along in this journey between y'all, where y'all come intimate one minute and you're not intimate. You can't figure out why y'all intimacy keep dropping. Most likely the intimacy is technically dropping because this person is a twin flame, but the old soul the old soul in one of these parties has transitioned into a intimate point of view, where intimacy was never, when it comes to this lifeline, right? The intimacy is what got removed. So in this whole discovery of y'all relationship, it was to find out how to connect intimately. Now, like I said, y'all could have connected through, neither one of y'all may have kids together. You might have kids outside of a relationship, but y'all have a intimate bond. And that's the thing in this journey, if it is a intimate relationship. So the thing is, discovering the intimacy, y'all stuck there. Because you're not conscious that this journey first, before it could move forward, before it could evolve, before it could explain the story, y'all first had to answer the question on the intimacy in the truest heart form. Y'all didn't have to do it together if y'all was pulling apart. But one party just would have been more advanced than the other party, and more choices would have been there and more responsibility. So if, for example, if you and this person still interacting and you feel like you badgering them and you like, you're not listening, you don't hear me, you don't feel my pain, well, technically you're going to have more rougher karma, because you're really trying to force somebody's eyes to open up that's not meant to open until they cross that same threshold. And second, you're not asking them to open up to the question that will have them level up. You trying to have them open up into the now, which is part of the now, but you're not asking it as a now question, meaning, what does our intimacy do for us? Do you realize that maybe our intimacy actually keep us together, but maybe there's a part of us that just didn't know each other? But I'm intimate with you. If you're not coming in a settle, calm, your heart chakra out to relieve that insight, to pass on that wisdom, to transfer whether you really answered that question yourself, but you keeping it a secret and you want it to be revealed to your partner, then it's not going to come out. The only way y'all match up is when both of y'all come to that. And if y'all can have that person, y'all have the conversation now. On the directness and the indirectness, you got to understand this is going to be a symbolism type. It's going to be a metaphor type. It's going to be a fantasy type conversation based on the consciousness, right? So you need to give time after the conversation to let your subconscious unlock the mystery. And that's for both of y'all. Both of y'all, after that point in time, if everybody leave the conversation alone, not only out of time, you're going to see the change in the person's behavior. Maybe before the conversation come about. But that's because you changing your behavior, you're going to change theirs. So you're going to be an elusive type as the information unlocked. Sometimes you need to go past this process when it gets back settled to the reality you was in when you had the conversation. And then at that point in time, it's good to make sound and foundational decisions. If this is all about intimacy. Okay? So, now that I done got this out, let me go ahead and get a few cards, regular tarot cards here. I'm not putting the court cards back inside. I'm using the rest of the deck. And I'm going to find out a little bit more about Party A, intimate Party A mental space when it comes to this situation, since the Queen of Swords is right here. As it reflects bowels, children, the cherries, reflection, and black cat, may I have party A mental space in the best current time as it relates to all this energy here in this twin flame journey. Before I begin, if this has something to do with this child, this just came up to me. You and this child eventually going to switch roles. You're going to be watching over, but eventually this child going to begin to watch over you. Now, depending on, once again, the grounding and the foundation of this connection, this child either going to be this menace that be around you, but over time as you grow, it's going to that attitude, that aggressiveness, going to help unlock things in you when the time is right. This child going to be around. Y'all going to switch roles. Okay? So that's one thing that you need to consider up in this twin flame journey. Now, also, it's going to have influences indirectly and directly if you is in a single world on how you date and how you connect. It has something, this child has something to do with your law of attraction. So either one of these two things that this child in part of this connection is teaching you about commitment and vows. It's teaching you longevity for sure. It's teaching you about trials and tribulations. And it's teaching you that love don't know of nobody. The love is inside of you to express to somebody. So make sure that you understanding that you can be stuck in a childlike expression or an old-fashioned type of demanding way. Or it can be a new age type of demand, but it's still old-fashioned. For example, people who want multiple partners, that's not nothing new. That's how everything began in the beginning. So you stuck in an old-fashioned view, but you're not contributing anything more evolutionary, meaning when women had multiple partners, they believe it kept the population under control when the earth was erratic and the weather was real bad. They wouldn't bring the population in as strong, so they incorporate many of partners, and the men was settled and they didn't cheat, and the woman still did many things just like the men did. You got to understand their concept, their humbleness. Men right now ain't so humble. They can be humble and monogamous like that, but they're not always humble if they have to share one woman. Vice versa, women are the same way. Okay? Don't matter anything else. It's two sexes, and regardless whether how your construction work is, or how your sex is, you identify with one of the sexes. So it goes either way, and that still will come with part of the demand of being able to be incorporated in those times. Also, because men was there when it was time for get population, and when slave trade was high at the when trading, and included slave trading during that time too, was real high at that point in time. It was more common for the men to have more women, so it kept up with the production. Almost the same way we have moderators that's on social media platforms that takes more of the weight in the spiritual world, but less weight in the human world when it comes to regulating accounts. Same thing. The human production of it took more weight, but it fit and it was organized and ran smooth for the spiritual outgrowth of it. Alright. I just needed to get that out. That's how those messages be for me at times. Alright, so can we get 2 cards for Party A? Mental space, please. Party A, mental space. Party A, mental space. Party B, mental space. Party B, mental space. Alright, hold on. Party A is talking. So Party A, your mental space came out with Temperance and the Queen of Cups. So at this point in time, Party A, you is trying to rediscover yourself without excluding. Heck no. You're trying to rediscover yourself through the process of excluding people. You hoping if you exclude people, you're going to find yourself. That's basically where you at. So, if this is where you at when it comes to this party energy, then you right here in the cherries. Okay? The second part is you definitely in the black cat and you definitely into reflection. Why do I say that? You definitely in vows too. Because the vow part is connecting you to the point of being committed to yourself. The children part comes in that you is looking outwards to the people around you to exclude and justify that their toxicity is interfering within your self-discovery. So that's where the children is coming at for you. The cherry part of it is the self-discovery. How deep the pleasure is. You can come out and say, I already know how I want to be pleasured. Maybe. Because if this is a twin flame journey and it is on the intimate side of it, right? Then you haven't even crossed that threshold. Like I say, y'all stuck in the cherries. You have to have a conversation. Second, if it does have to do with children, you still putting out more reflection and you haven't brought it back in because these things are your inspiration and hope in your everyday to thrive. They justify your every existence. Okay? So you kind of trying to figure out how to justify your existence within inside of yourself. So one on the intimate part of aligning, if this turned out to be to transform for Party A in any kind of way to an intimate relationship, then first of all, you realize that, as I still said in the beginning, the whole trial and tribulation of this whole thing is to discover what intimacy is. So once you successfully get to discover intimacy in its naked self, while you self-discovering and doing your process right now, you will probably attract that person more confidently in your life if they haven't arrived. Now, if it is this person and you trying to exclude them, then first you have to come up with and understand the link in y'all intimacy. It's a secret that's waiting for you to unlock within inside of yourself. Alright? So now I'm going to Party B and get 2 cards and find out about Party B mental space. May I have 2 cards for Party B mental space? Party B mental space. Party B mental space. This one came out, I'll take, oh, it's only 3. I'll take y'all 3. Okay, so you got 2 major arcanas, and in between of it was the 6 of Pentacles. So you have Justice that's over here, and you have the Hangman. So, Party B, let's start off. Let's talk about from the 6 of Pentacles from the point of justice. Now, the thing is, what justice will be coming up with you right now is how deep in the trend. You trending very deep in the current world. You're very worldly. That's probably why the Knight of Pentacles is here compared to the Queen of the King of Cups that might be here. But then on the second thing, it's not like you're not knowledgeable. You have the King of Swords. So maybe your thing is you believe, but you like to believe in your own certain way. All right? So the thing of you believing in your own certain way, you're going to be more stubborn on understanding intimacy. Intimacy might be for this party, for Party B, intimacy just might be something like a fascist statement, a facade. I don't think, if this is all about you as far as a relationship goes, I don't think you identify intimacy at all beyond an act of a sexual gesture. You especially with this justice card being here. You haven't defined it more than an obligation or supposed to, meaning, okay, they did this for me, so I'm supposed to do that for you, okay? I could judge you by how good you are and how bad you are. That's my right. You're very strong in your King of Swords and your mental space. Now, the thing when it comes to it as a hangman, you have a part of a side of you that appears to make somebody feel is slightly narcissistic, right? There's a part of you that feels like you could see other people's perspective, but you prefer for people to walk in your perspective. You could cater to somebody's needs, but at the same time, and if it don't benefit you, you won't absorb it, or you pretend not to absorb it, but those things affect you because whoever you want or whatever you want to entertain, you pull that energy out to also accomplish your goals. Now, on the same time, if this is the kid that's up inside of here, that means that this kid is growing and already in self-discovery, right? So because it's in self-discovery mode, a lot of things is influencing it, and right now is molding the child for the direction that the child is going to go in. Okay? So, I'm going to get a different deck. I'm going to get this deck and I'm going to close this message out. Alright? For today. I know I have given a lot of advice throughout this situation here. So, I don't feel, I'm going to still ask for some to make sure that it jogs or unlock anything else that I need to say as far as this message goes. As a matter of fact, I'm going to just go ahead and get the clarification through reflection and black cat as I just jot these messages down. If you would like a personal reading, all that information is down in the description bar. You get in contact with me. So, we're going to go ahead and end this. From all the communication that you have allowed me to transcribe and translate to the best of my capability and my knowledge from all this interpretation of it, we finally come to, and I would like to conclude, the final advice through Reflection and Black Cat. May you provide me a 3-card message for Party A and Party B as this story has been told, as I have spoken. Can I get a 3-card clarification of the final advice and closing message? We got 3 cards right there. Okay, so I forgot to turn this over. They reminded me of that. We have the 7 of Wands after I finish with Party B. So we have the World card that came out. We have the Page of Swords, and we have the 7 of Swords. Part of this right here, I feel, with the World and the Page of Swords is saying, yes, the things of the world is here to be breadcrumbs, cookie crumbs of everything that's going around that fits. It's meant to have naivety into it. Is meant to have a beginning. Is meant to produce the curiosity. It is meant to produce a thriving, interesting storyline. Now, everybody, I feel, when it continues on through transitioning through the Page of Swords to the 7 of Swords, we already then face the reality that life is not easy. We all, as a human being, embody secrets. We embody loyalty. Even think about where you grow up at. You can't be no snitch. And, you know, that's about the 7 of Swords and the Page of Swords. These are the things we embody. So the secrets being unlocked shouldn't be amazing. Maybe the way that the story is being told should be more amazing than the fact that it has secrets. Secrets should be something that you should know is definitely present. You know your loyalty levels. That plays a role. And maybe for whoever this message is for, maybe you could start with unlocking why loyalty. Or what would you tell somebody? And if it's more than one dynamic, because we do still have a World card here. As I say, you have loyalty, just like I talked about. It was a time when men was loyal to one woman and she had 5 of them. And all of them was around with each other, chilling and everything else, raising the kids. They knew who was going to have a kid. They all got their turn. Women's body was still healthy and they kept on making it. So vice versa with men, even having their time. This time and this energy is very here now. But unlocking the secrets to identify your level through all of these things that has ever evolved in the world is the greatest mystery of love. The venture of discovering the many descriptive ways of how love actually comes about. And when you could get to that point and say, damn, I never thought love would feel that way, is a secret sometimes too. You might not want to tell everybody. You might tell a few when the time comes right. Sometimes that's a special wisdom. So don't take it that too far. Take it where it need to go. Now, I hope everybody enjoyed this message. It's been a long time. I'm feeling this retrograde, and I feel very good inside from these readings. I done did 2 of them. Talk to y'all later.